Friday, May 26th. Let's talk about the Trump travels. I have been impressed except for what he did at NATO. Fareed Zakaria, I apologize, an Indian American. Why do they call him an Indian American? He's an American, and he's a pretty good pundit. Enjoyable to watch, enjoyable to read. But he said we got taken by the Saudi Arabians, and I just don't agree with him. Look, Saudi Arabia pushed the Wahhabism out there. That's what led to all this ISIS and the really extremist Islamic radicalism. They pumped the cash out. They backed people. They had schools. They had them even here in America. But they seem to have made a real change. The young prince, or crown prince, is really Crown Prince Salman, the young guy, I think he's like 37, is really focused on trying to bring Saudi Arabia back into, or not back, but into the modern world. And he's trying to change their economy so it's no longer oil-based. We're not totally oil-based and gets other stuff. That's why he's trying to go public with Aramco. And he's working with the United States. And he has real issues. He's got to worry about Yemen on his borders and other borders and what the Shiites are going to do. And he's got to worry about Iran. And our mistake has been, as I've always said, is that the Obama administration left a vacuum out there so that others could jump in. The Russians, Iranians that back Hezbollah, put all that money into Hezbollah so they could do their thing. It's like there's nothing wrong with backing the Sunnis, and there's nothing wrong with backing Saudi Arabia, and there's nothing wrong with backing a country that wants to come into the modern world and says they are. As we've said, we have a Machiavellian president, and in the Middle East, they understand Machiavellian presidents. They understand Machiavellian leaders. Even though Israel is a parliamentary democracy and will put their leaders out in a second, they like strong men. They like Benjamin Netanyahu. At least he keeps winning. So you look at this and you go, hey, the United States is filling the vacuum again. We're coming back. We're going to back the Sunnis. Hopefully we can push the Sunnis to become friends with Israel. Hopefully we can push Israel. I mean, Benjamin Netanyahu looks so giddy. I thought he was going to dance. Push them to make some type of a deal with the Palestinians or limit what they're doing or stop their expansion. And at the same time, what President Trump should do, which I think is wrong, is where he's going attacking NATO, is he should bring NATO in and make them more of a friend. But what he's trying to do is make them pay more money. That's his game. We have to sit back and understand it. He wants them to pay more money, so we have to pay less money. I suppose that's not bad, but the problem we've got is NATO countries want to take on Russia, not take them on, but stand up to them because they see what's going on in the Eastern European peripheries. President Trump just wants to make a deal with Russia because he doesn't have, as we've always said, that holistic approach. He's just one-on-one. So he just wants to make the deal with the thug in Russia, President Putin, and hope he's going to get away with this and hope it's going to work out. But you can't make a deal with a thug because the thug's not going to keep the deal. So I really disagree with the way he's dealing with NATO. We should be backing NATO wholeheartedly. We should be the number one supporter of NATO. We should be everywhere. But what is wrong with backing the Sunnis in the Middle East? Maybe the Iranians will realize they have a little problem they have to deal with, and that may force them to negotiate down the road. So, Fareed, I don't agree with you. I love your stuff. I always read your stuff, but I just can't agree. We had to line up with the Sunnis because the Sunnis and the Shiites are taking positions. The Israelis are friendly with the Sunnis. The Shiites hate the Israelis. The Israelis are our friend. The Saudis have always been our friend. We just move forward with this and worry about human rights later. Not later. We stay with them. We stay on them. But it's not the first moving thing because this is America first. And what's most important is American defense, American security. And we do that by backing the Sunnis, working with the Sunnis, dealing with them. Remember, in Egypt, he got an American citizen released, which President Obama couldn't do. So dealing with them, trying to work with human rights, but making sure we are lining ourselves up so defensively we are protected against any incursion. Not bad. Peace.